everybody, and thank you for watching once again. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a bobcat attractant for your cage traps. So the things that you need to make this attractant is a pair of scissors, a pair of needle nose pliers, a good roll of wire. It can be 14, 16, or 18 gauge. Make sure it's still really bendable so you can use it on your project. A set of googly eyes. The link for them will be down in the description below if you want to go check this out. Recommend you do. And then we have some fur. You can use fur of any kind. I recommend using domestic fur so you don't get into your regulations, any problems with that, but a lot of states will allow you to use rabbit fur or something like that. So make sure your regulations are legal with it before you go ahead and do this project. If you want to get some fur that's pretty sure to be good and legal, you can go to like Hobby Lobby or a craft store, and they'll usually have like 10 rabbit furs and stuff like that, and those are always good to use. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, before we jump into this, I'm gonna just tell you right now that my scissors were not sharp enough to cut through our piece of fur, so I have to use this razor blade. But most of the time you can just use a pair of scissors to cut through your fur. So the first thing you want to do is you want to cut your fur. I recommend doing it 4 inches tall by 3 inches wide. That's a really good height for your cage trap. So we're going to go ahead and set you up for a time lapse and get it cut. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these googly eyes right here on our fur. So we're just going to push them in right here. They're pretty sharp, so they'll actually go in pretty easily. So like that, and then sticking out the end. And these actually come with little bolts or nuts right here, and you can just slide those on and they snap on and make sure that our screw stays in place. So it's really cool how these work. The link, by the way, will be down in the description, as I already said. If you want to go check this out, really cool products. We're going to go ahead and get this other eye, and I'll catch you then. Now that we have the eyes on our fur right here, these are actually glow in the dark, so they're going to really be a good attractant to bobcats, even at nighttime. So now that we've got the eyes on the fur, we're going to go ahead and put our piece of wire straight through the head right here. And what it's going to allow us to do is actually connect it to the top of our cage trap, so then it can actually be hanging in there. So what you're going to want to do is you want to get your razor blade right here, and then just make a little puncture point, not big at all, just barely even poking through, and just kind of rip it there. And then get your piece of wire and then stick it through like that. And then you want to kind of bend it around and make sure it's tied off nicely. Since this is a high gauged wire here, it's very thin and easy to cut, and you want to just make a little loop here. And this is where you're going to put through the bars of your cage trap. So that's how it looks. We're going to go see how it works. So guys, we've actually made it outside, and what we have here is our little dangler right there in the back. That's how it's going to look when you do it out in the field. It's a little bit of attractant for that bobcat to want to come into your cage trap to check it out. So I put it about six squares from the back of my cage trap to make sure the bobcat has to go fully into the cage trap before getting it. And when they want to check that out, they'll step on this pan right here and get caught. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you learned something from it. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.